The actress Elisabeth Rohm, no stranger to crime. In fact, she got an earful while starring on the hit series Law & Order. Actress Elisabeth Rohm continues to take on a wide range of roles in Hollywood. Born in Germany and raised in New York, she is best known for starring in TV series such as The Last Ship, Angel, and the long-running drama Law & Order, playing ADA Serena Sutherland.
She's the only one with a script for the tranquilizer. The murder weapon, the pillow he was smothered with, was found in her bed.
On the big screen, she can be seen in Oscar-nominated films like American Hustle and Joy.
Joy's never run a business in her entire life.
And with the release of her book, Baby Steps, she added author to her ever-growing resume, and now she's launching a podcast about serial killers. It's called Killer's Vault.
Join Eric Roberts and me as we take you inside the brutal minds of the most prolific serial killers the world has ever known.
I'm frightened already. All right, here to talk more about the podcast Killer's Vault is the host and producer, Elisabeth Rohm. Good morning.
Hi, you guys.
Morning.
Hi. Okay, I know that you have a history in this world, but why start a podcast about serial killers?
Well, you know, I wouldn't have done it ordinarily if it wasn't the most interesting source of a vault that I had ever stumbled upon. 20 years of correspondence between a husband and wife. Call it a fetish, call it extreme, but it was legitimate, it was intimate. They created personal relationships with some of the most notorious serial killers of the 20th century, Barbara and Richie Dickstein. And they had acquired not only letters, but as you've heard the podcast, the recordings, the art, so there is this vault, you know, that could take us through, you know, a decade of doing a podcast. And it felt to me like an opportunity to really understand the criminal mind in a way that I never have before.
Yeah, and you know, and there's such a fascination with this world, right? I mean, people love true crime. They love finding out the inner workings. What do you hope that people walk away from after listening to your podcast? You're saying you like to unveil so much for yourself personally. What do you want people to walk away from?
You know, I just feel that I've never heard this type of intimate dialogue from the Toolbox Killers and Gore and Gacy and so forth, some of the killers that we're going to be profiling for the first season. So what I hope people walk away from is, I mean, it's a shocking, intense experience. It's not for children. It's not for the faint of heart. But if you are a responsible adult and you can dive into the mind of these serial killers, I think that you'll have a deeper understanding of not only the criminal mind, but the psychology of these abusive childhoods, mental health disorders, so on and so forth. And throughout the show, we do have experts come on and talk to us about the mental health of those particular serial killers. So I hope people walk away with more information than they've ever had before. It's terrifying. It's emotional. It was hard for me to record it. It took time for me to shake all of that off, but I do think it's an unusual glimpse into the serial killer minds of certain people that have become so notorious for the 20th century that you've never seen or heard of before.
I was going to ask, did you have to go through some kind of therapy to, like you say, shake some of this off? Because it's deep.
It is deep, and it was really hard to hear. I think we've portrayed the show in a way that you can digest it, but recording it was hard. And I think hearing it's going to be hard and sensational, but we're handling it, I believe, responsibly. And if you are interested in true crime and if you're interested in serial killers, I think this podcast will be original and unlike any you've ever heard before.
Well, you're talking about hundreds of never-before-seen letters from serial killers, hundreds of hours of iPhone recordings. So I guess the question is, how did you get your hands on them?
My producers, Rob and Dave from Killer Bunny and Crossover Media, had acquired the Killer's Vault. They'd reached out to me. I decided to produce it, host it, and then Eric Roberts has the incredible, harrowing job of portraying in first person these letters and these recordings. So basically, I mean, he's so great in this. You're going to love him. He's, as always, an incredible performance, and it just really takes us in. We really do a deep dive into the minds of these serial killers through Eric's point of view.
Well, it does look riveting. Elisabeth Rohm, thanks so much for sharing that with us. Looking forward to the podcast, and thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, guys. Have a great hot summer weekend.
I know, right? Happy 4th.
Hopefully it cools down a bit. All right. Thank you.